Hello everyone, it's the Refined Reseller. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is part 2 in a series on how to sell on eBay for people over the age of 50. This video is for those of you who may have retired, who are planning to retire soon, who want to make additional money so you can retire maybe a little bit sooner than you had initially planned. And it's also for people who may have lost their job and are looking for a stream of income. But even if you are under the age of 50, don't click out of this video. Take some time to take a look at it because you know what? You're probably going to learn something that is going to help make you be the best eBay seller you can possibly be. So please take the time to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Now let's get started. In this video, I'm going to show you where to go to source for items to sell on eBay. In Volume 1, I suggested that you go and find items to sell simply by looking through your home and rounding up all of the vintage items you could find and finding all of the items that were new in a box. So maybe you did that and maybe you found enough items to start selling on eBay. Well, if you didn't, exactly where are you going to go to find the items to sell? Well, I have the answer, and here you go. I suggest 4 places to start, and those places are garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, including Goodwill, and online on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. So let me go ahead and start with my favorite place to buy, and that is at garage sales. So why do I love garage sales so much? Well, it's very simple. You never know what you're going to find, and generally what you buy is not going to cost you very much. You know the saying goes, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Well, it's very true at garage sales. Now, when I go to a garage sale, there are 2 rules that I live by. Rule number 1, for any item priced above $10, I offer the seller half price. That's right, half price. Does that mean I'll always get at that price? No, it does not, but it is a starting point. If I don't get it at that price, me and the seller simply haggle. You know, we kind of work things out and we come to a conclusion. That's a win-win situation for both of us. It's all part of learning to offer and counter offer. And you need to realize that at most garage sales, people are just trying to get rid of stuff. You know, they're trying to declutter, and they just want it gone. So you'll never know how much they're willing to sell something for as far as for a low price unless you ask for that low price. Now, the truth is, where I live, when a garage sale ends, the people normally take all of the stuff that was not sold and they bring it to Goodwill and drop it off, or they will call a company that actually comes to the house and picks everything up and hauls it away, and they don't end up selling it at all. So here's rule number 2. I never pay full asking price for any item at any garage sale. If a seller will not come off of the price of an item, they're probably not going to accept offers on other items. So I just simply turn and walk away and I go to the next garage sale because, again, it's not worth my time to pay full price at a garage sale when I know that people will probably be willing to sell it for less at other garage sales. Now listen, if you're finding this video helpful, please take the time to like it and to subscribe to my channel. Now, here are some tips on how to successfully navigate garage sales. Number 1, plan out your route ahead of time. That's right. Look through your want ad papers, look through Craigslist, look through Facebook Marketplace, make a list of everywhere you want to go, and start with the earliest sales first, and then kind of map them out according to where they are located. Now, if you don't know where a particular house is, it's very simple. Just use Google Maps. It's easy, and it will get you going exactly to where you want to go. Rule number 2, get there early. A lot of sales where I live start at 7 o'clock, and I'm there for 6:30. As most garage sales open early, and yes, the early bird gets the worm. Tip number 3, glance over the sale to get a general idea of what it is they are selling, then take some time to really look through everything they have for sale and find the things that you are looking for. Tip number 4, if you're looking at a particular item and they don't have it, ask for it. You'd be shocked at how many people have stuff in their house they never thought about selling. But if you ask for it, sometimes they will go in their house, they will get it, they will bring it out, and they will sell it to you. Tip number 5. If there are a lot of similar items, buy all of them and get a very, very low price for doing so. I'm very successful at buying CDs, DVDs, and records, buying everything the seller has. Most garage sales have CDs and DVDs and records priced at $1. There's no way I'm paying $1 for a CD, a DVD, or a record. So if the seller has 100 of them, I'll simply offer them $10. And I'm shocked at how many times they will sell them to me for that price, which means I paid 10 cents a piece. And that's about where I want to be when I buy a CD, or I buy a DVD, or I buy a record album. So again, if there's a lot of items that are similar, just buy all of them and you're going to make some money. Take my word for it. Tip number 6, don't pay for your items all at one time. Find everything that you want, put it in a pile, bring it to the payout table and ask for a bundle deal. And a lot of times you will get a really nice bundle deal. So let's move on to source number 2. And I'm talking about estate sales. There are estate sales every weekend where I live, but estate sales are good, but they're not as good as garage sales, and here's why. Some estate sale companies just price their items way too high, and I cannot buy them at the price that I need to make the kind of profit that I want to make. Secondly, there generally is no negotiating. The price is the price, and it's really kind of head scratching because usually at an estate sale, someone has passed away and the kids are kind of looking to sell everything and move on. But sometimes the estate sale company has everything priced so high at the end of the sale, the house is still full of stuff. And then what? I mean, what are those people going to do? I just don't get it. So if I go to the first day of an estate sale, I only probably buy a few things because, again, everything is priced too high. Generally, on the second day, everything is 25% off. And on the third day, everything is half price. And sometimes at the very end of a sale, the estate sale company will mark down everything to 75% off. There may not be a lot left, but every once in a while, I will find something for 75% off at the last day of an estate sale and make some really good money on it. Next are thrift stores, including Goodwill. And when I say Goodwill, there's one word I want to say: caution, caution, caution. I don't go to Goodwill as often as I once did. That's because all of the clothing there is kind of like common clothing, and it's just priced really, really way too high. And I will tell you that at my Goodwill, they have mostly clothes. They do have other items, but very few of them. And occasionally I will buy something besides clothing at Goodwill, but it doesn't happen very often. Now at my Goodwill, pretty much everything, all the clothing is priced at $4.99. Men's shirts, women's blouses, men's pants, women's dresses. It's $4.99. With tax, it comes out to $5.44. So let me give you an example. Let's say I go to Goodwill and I buy this Tommy Hilfiger shirt. Again, it's going to cost me $4.99 plus tax, which comes out to $5.44. Now listen, I may be able to sell this shirt if it's kind of like the right one. I can do an asking price of $19.99, but I'll probably take a best offer of less. And when it's all said and done with what I paid for it and with my eBay fees, I generally make about $10 or less. And to be honest with you, that's not what I'm trying to do. It's not enough profit for me. It takes way too much time to list. And clothing is one of the slowest selling items for me on eBay. I mentioned time and time again, I'm getting away from clothing unless it's something really, really special. So again, Goodwill is okay, but I do find that other thrift stores like the Salvation Army and similar stores are much better because their pricing is just lower. And yes, they do have a Salvation Army where I live. They have a couple of church thrift stores that I do go to, and I always do much better there. So caution, if you think you're going to go to Goodwill, pay $5.44 for shirts, blouses, pants, and whatever, and you're going to make a fortune doing it, I'm telling you right now, it just is not going to happen. So that's enough about that. Let's move on. The very last place that I would source for items is on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. I have done a little bit of that, but to tell you the truth, I haven't had much luck. I find it kind of sketchy. Not too long ago, I sold my couch on Facebook Marketplace. Finally, the sixth person who said they were coming by it actually showed up. The other five were just a bunch of deadbeats, and again, it has not worked very well for me. So that's going to conclude part 2 of how to sell on eBay for adults 50 plus. I really hope you learned something from watching this video. If you did, please like it and subscribe to my channel. This is the Refined Reseller saying, as always, do like me, buy low, sell high, good sourcing, good selling, and I will see you next time.